stop what you're doing and listen to this with your soul. There are moments of grace that are not announced with trumpets, but arrive in the deepest silence of your faith. This connection you feel now is not by chance. It is a direct answer to your spiritual quest. Stay until the end of this message, because today a door opens, a unique opportunity for heavenly understanding for you. Do not ignore this calling, for your spiritual preparation has brought you to this exact point. Sometimes the path feels heavy, and it seems like doors are closing one after another. But it's precisely in that exhaustion that the Spirit prepares for something new. Write, "I accept my blessing," in the comments to seal this moment. When you stop struggling with your own strength and allow divine guidance to take over, chaos begins to transform into perfect order. We're not talking about a mere coincidence. We're talking about a maturity in your faith that allows you to receive without fear. Your focus today determines your peace tomorrow. There are heavenly presences, like Jeudiel's guidance, that don't manifest for those who only ask from a place of lack, but for those who, like you, are already ready to manage spiritual abundance and provision with wisdom. As a brother in faith, I want to tell you something that comes from my own heart to yours. I know you've been waiting for clear signs and solutions to what's troubling you. This message is that bridge. I feel this is a spiritual code you needed to activate, not through magic, but through the perfect timing of divine justice in your life. I have complete faith in what you will receive today. It is vital that you maintain your connection with this message from beginning to end. Interrupting this flow of hope is like closing a window just as fresh air begins to flow in. Feel your inner self acknowledge this truth. Something within you knows that this moment is different. A vibration of hope confirming that your turn to receive comfort and guidance has arrived. Right? My faith sustains me. Right now to confirm that you are present and receptive. The invisible force that brought you here is the same one that will bring order to every area of your life that seems chaotic today. Provision, in all its forms of well-being and solutions, is seeking a place to take root, and that place is your willing heart. This is your moment of absolute clarity. What we are experiencing in this moment is not a repetition of the everyday, nor a phrase uttered out of habit each morning. Feel the depth of the celestial encounter. We are experiencing a different frequency of faith, one that is not locked away, but rather activated within the Spirit. This is the moment of your transformation. Sometimes, life presents us with a key that only turns once, but in doing so, it clears the path that once seemed blocked. Right? I receive my spiritual clarity in the comments to connect with this frequency. Today we draw near to the presence of Archangel Jeudiel, he who holds a crown of merit and recognizes the silent effort of your soul. As a brother in faith, I tell you from my heart, I perceive that your search has not been in vain. Your perseverance has been heard on high. He walks among those chosen for a higher understanding, to receive guidance that is unique because its impact is definitive. Don't let anything distract you now. I come to share this with you directly, without pretense or doubt, because your time of fulfillment is right now. If spiritual provision and divine order have a window of opportunity to manifest in your life, let that window open today. Let it be with you, and let it be a tangible reality in your inner peace. Trust in the divine process. We don't make this request out of mere routine, nor from fear, but because we recognize that this is the occasion for which you've been preparing. If you feel this message is for you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of these heavenly guidances. Share this light with someone who needs hope, and like this video so this chain of faith reaches more hearts. It's fascinating how heaven works within us. Like a brother walking beside you, I assure you that it's no coincidence you're hearing these exact words. Provision isn't just material. It's the solution that appears, the support that comes from where you least expect it, and the strength to take that leap of faith you've been putting off for so long. Your moment of merit has arrived. She states with conviction in the comments, I deserve divine favor in my life. This connection is unique because you are unique. We are not asking out of desperation, but out of a sense of spiritual awareness. We are invoking a presence that knows exactly which pieces of your life need to be aligned so that an abundance of purpose can flourish. Stay firm in this listening, for what follows will further strengthen your spirit. I feel this is the answer you've been waiting for, perhaps unknowingly, for a very long time. Your name is written in this moment of grace. There are spiritual connections that are designed to activate at a precise point in our lives, And this message has that personal touch for you. As a brother or sister in faith, I tell you that heaven has seen your every step, and destiny has orchestrated this perfect intersection between your need for guidance and the infinite power from above. Right? I activate my purpose today in the comments to reaffirm your path. At this moment, I invite you to open all your inner doors. It is time to release those blocks that have held you back, those doubts that keep you awake at night, and the fears that whisper you are incapable. Free yourself from all burdens right now. Place your desires, your projects, and those goals you thought were buried before Archangel Jeudiel. He is the one who moves the invisible pieces of the universe in your favor. Keep your attention here. What comes next is fundamental to your peace. We're not asking for something fleeting. We're asking that the flow of well-being that is your spiritual right be unlocked. Trust that order is coming. We ask that true abundance, the kind that brings peace of mind and practical solutions, manifests in your life without any resistance. As someone who also seeks that light, I assure you that when the heavens act, they do so with a power that marks a definitive turning point. Right? Open doors for me and feel how your energy changes. A single divine intervention is all it takes to rewrite your story on every level. In your emotions, your spirit, and your daily provision. What once seemed impossible was merely dormant, awaiting the sound of your voice and the steadfastness of your faith to awaken. This is a precise moment your soul recognizes its truth. By saying inwardly, "Yes, this message is for me," you are accepting that the change has already begun. Stay with me, because every word that follows strengthens this new beginning. Remember that spiritual wealth translates into opportunities, brilliant ideas, and the support of people will appear on your path to help you grow. It's not magic. It's divine justice working through you. As a fellow traveler on this path, it fills me with joy to know you're listening to this right now, because I know the benefit to your life will be immense. This is the moment where the decision of your spirit meets the will of heaven. Feel the power of this choice. By accepting this message, you are allowing any trace of lack or limitation that has tried to hinder your growth to be erased. As a brother or sister in faith, I tell you that what once held you back is losing its power right now, dissolving in the light of higher truth. Right? I choose God's abundance in the comments to seal this intention. Prepare yourself for what you've been hoping for to appear, even what you thought was lost or what never seemed within your reach. Keep your heart expectant. We're talking about tangible solutions, that opportunity you've been waiting for, the contract that's being finalized, the necessary financial support, or that answer that resolves more than you could have imagined. It's not through exhausting human effort, but because divine grace is working in your favor at this very moment. Don't look away. The message becomes deeper now. Heavenly provision often manifests through unexpected outcomes that surpass our expectations. When you see the path clear and prosperity knock at your door, you'll know it wasn't by chance. Your faith is the driving force behind this change. As someone who walks the same path, I assure you that when a miracle of provision becomes evident, your perspective on what's possible will be forever altered. Now, right? The doors are opening for me, and embrace that certainty. Don't look for logical explanations for what the Spirit is guiding. There are processes that transcend our understanding and should simply be received with gratitude. This message, which has the power to act in unique ways in your life, is working in the areas that need it most, bringing order where there was chaos and fullness where you felt emptiness. Stay tuned to this, because we are entering the core of this spiritual revelation. Remember that this approaching well-being is not to be wasted, but to be managed with a wisdom that only Archangel Jeudiel can inspire in you. As a brother in faith, I rejoice with you in knowing that the solution you so long for is closer than you think, manifesting as real support and a concrete blessing for your life and the lives of your loved ones. It is essential that you understand that not everyone is ready to perceive the depth of a moment like this. You have been called with a clear purpose. While others walk by distractedly, you have paused to listen to the celestial truth. As a brother in faith, I tell you that Archangel Jeudiel is a witness to your willingness, and he knows, better than anyone, that you don't need to insist repeatedly. This sincere connection is enough for your reality to begin transforming. Right? I am worthy of divine grace in the comments to activate your reception. This message has found its recipient within you. You have recognized it because it resonates with the truth of your soul, and that is a connection no one can take from you. It is engraved on a spiritual plane where nothing is erased, where what is decreed with pure faith is fulfilled with astonishing precision. Trust that the celestial order knows no errors or unjustified delays. Stay very alert. We are at a point of high spiritual vibration. Right now, feel how provision has begun its journey toward you. The flow of your resources has already been activated in your spirit. That door that remained closed for years, the one that seemed immovable, has begun to open. Everything that had been denied you, or that seemed dormant in time, now receives divine permission to manifest in your life. The barriers have fallen. I'm pausing here briefly because, as you know, maintaining this connection space requires a lot of energy and dedication. If you feel today's message is resonating with you and you'd like to honor the value you've received, you can buy me a symbolic coffee through my Ko-Fi. It's a beautiful way to balance giving and receiving voluntarily, and it allows me to continue sharing these messages with you freely. I've left a direct link in the first pinned comment, and also here below in the video description. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your presence and support. Namaste. She states emphatically in the comments, I open my hands to receive. As someone who shares this path with you, I'm thrilled to know you're achieving this clarity. Provision isn't something you should chase with anxiety. It's something that finds you when your spirit is at peace and in order. This message has served its purpose as the perfect bridge. There's no need to search any further, because the intention was perfect and the answer is already in motion. Don't withdraw, because the clarity you will receive next is the seal of your peace of mind. Everything that was previously blocked now has free reign. Visualize how financial solutions, opportunities for growth, and family well-being begin to flow unimpeded. As a brother in faith, I assure you that this feeling of relief you are experiencing is a sign that what was blocked has finally found its way. Your story is being rewritten from a place of abundance and hope. It's time to acknowledge that the past is behind you. Perhaps in other times you repeated words out of habit, prayed out of fear, or felt your words were lost in the void. Today, all that has changed. As a fellow believer, I completely understand that feeling of having prayed in the midst of scarcity, feeling as if heaven were silent. But what you are experiencing now is different. It's unlike anything you've tried before. Write in the comments, today my voice is heard, to mark this new beginning. This connection we are establishing is like a master key. It's not something you need to use 1,000 times, but only once, with complete conviction that Archangel Jeudiel is already working on your behalf. He doesn't act randomly, nor does he appear at the wrong time. If this truth has been revealed to you today, it's because your spirit has reached the maturity necessary to receive the blessing that is coming. Stay connected. This is the exact moment of your transformation. Jeudiel is the messenger of divine merit, the one who recognizes those who have worked in silence, those who have sown diligently without seeing immediate results, and those who have maintained hope despite the unseen outcome. As someone who has also walked through valleys of uncertainty, I assure you that your perseverance is invaluable in the eyes of the Creator. Your effort has not gone unnoticed. She states with faith in the comments, I deserve the fruits of my perseverance. I invite you to name this presence in your life with complete certainty. Although many may ignore its mission, your soul recognizes its vibration because it knows that it is the one who brings a reward for perseverance. This is the crossroads where your preparation meets divine opportunity. It is no coincidence that you are here. It is the answer to that faithfulness you maintained even when everything seemed to stand still. Don't back down, because what we are about to discover will further strengthen your confidence. Feel the weight of doubt lift from your shoulders. The provision and order you've long sought are being orchestrated right now. As a brother on this path, I say to you, prepare to see the pieces fall into place in ways you never imagined. The time of waiting without results is over. The time of manifestation has begun. Recognizing yourself as someone who has persevered despite weariness is a first step toward victory. You are that courageous soul who never stopped. As your brother in faith, I know what it is to walk with tired feet, but a burning soul. That is why this message has chosen you, because you've crossed that spiritual threshold where there is no turning back to doubt. You stand before the guardian of heavenly recognition, Jeudiel, who watches over the fruits of your devotion. Right? I cross the threshold to my victory, in the comments to seal this step. If this moment of grace is meant to happen with singular force, let it be today. We ask that it be so powerful that the past of limitations is completely erased. It is time for the doors that were locked to yield to your presence. May the news you await finally arrive. May provision manifest in your hands. And may the paths you thought forgotten be illuminated with astonishing clarity. This time, receive everything without any confusion. Keep your heart open. The answer is closer than ever. Receive this blessing without guilt and without those mental limitations we sometimes impose on ourselves. Don't be afraid that this well-being will be fleeting, because heaven doesn't offer crumbs or temporary solutions. What Jeudiel provides is a new reality that lasts. This isn't momentary help, but a change of state in your life. You're not receiving charity. You're receiving an inheritance of peace. She states with conviction, I accept a reality of permanent fulfillment. As someone who wants the best for you, I invite you to visualize your finances rising in the tranquility of faith. May your resources multiply as a just reward for your patience and like a seed finally finding fertile ground. May your accounts and possibilities expand beyond all human logic. What once seemed an insurmountable mountain now becomes a valley of opportunity. Right? My possibilities are endless, and feel the confidence within you. We are speaking of an honor bestowed upon you. Everything you sowed through tears or effort is now receiving the dew of heaven to bloom. You don't need to explain how it will happen. You only need to be present and available when the solution knocks on your door. Remain in this state of gratitude, because what follows in this message will confirm that your story has taken an irreversible turn toward blessing. The day will come, and it is very near, when what you see today as an extraordinary miracle will become your everyday reality. Imagine waking up each morning with a peaceful soul. As a brother in faith, my greatest wish for you is that you can breathe without that knot in your chest caused by fear of the future. May the weight of obligations fade away, and may that which is yours by spiritual right, but which seemed delayed, finally take shape before your eyes without exhausting effort. Right? My peace is non-negotiable. In the comments to activate this calm within you. All of this is happening because today you didn't let the opportunity to connect with this message pass you by. We are not asking from a place of anguish that clouds judgment, but from a full awareness that heaven has its own timing and ways. You know that this encounter is unique and cannot be wasted. It is the moment when provision arrives as a fulfilled promise and as a silent testament that, when your spirit aligns, heaven's response is inevitable. Stay very attentive. The message is purifying your vision right now. If even a tiny spark of doubt still lingers in your mind, let this light extinguish it. If beliefs tell you that you are unworthy or that scarcity is your destiny, allow them to vanish like smoke in the wind. You are a child of divine abundance. As someone who has also struggled with their own limitations, I tell you, release what holds you back, because what is coming requires your hands and heart to be free of fear. She confidently states in the comments, I release my doubts and receive my good. As your brother on this journey, I am happy to see your perspective expanding. Spiritual wealth and stability are not distant rewards, but a natural consequence of unwavering faith. We pray that your finances reflect that inner strength. May every solution that arises be a reminder that you were never alone in your waiting. Stay with me, because in the next part we will discover how to sustain this new frequency of well-being. Heaven is responding to your preparation. What was once an insurmountable obstacle is now just a stepping stone to your new life. Have confidence that every word you hear is clearing the path, so that the manifestation of your well-being is fluid, constant, and above all, filled with the peace that only divine justice can bestow. It's time to free yourself from any burden that still tries to crush your hopes. If fear has been a barrier preventing you from receiving what is rightfully yours, let the divine light shatter it into 1,000 pieces right now. Don't let this opportunity slip away. As your brother in faith, I tell you with complete sincerity, this message is a switch that activates your new reality, and there is no reason to continue postponing your well-being. Write in the comments, I activate my blessing today, to turn on your light. You no longer have to live feeling you must prove your worth time and time again. Your effort has been seen, and your intention weighed on the scales of heaven. Your preparation is complete. Now your receiving begins. Archangel Jeudiel knows exactly what was reserved for you, that which was written in the celestial books to be delivered at this unique moment. Maintain your absolute focus. The strength of the message is increasing. If the spiritual connection has the power to act with decisive force, we ask that it do so with all its divine intelligence and authority. We are not here seeking a small change or a lukewarm sign that leaves us with doubts. Do not settle for minimal improvements. We are here so that what has remained stagnant for years begins to turn in your favor with astonishing speed. She states with conviction in the comments, "Everything is flowing in my favor now." As someone who desires to see you prosper in spirit and truth, I assure you that what was not happening before will begin to happen today. What was unjustifiably delayed will now rush toward you. Those blessings that others did not understand or even try to block will fall upon your life without resistance, without delay, and without interference of any kind. The path is completely clear for you. Stay tuned to this message, because the momentum of this transformation is unstoppable. Visualize provision and order flowing into your life not as a slow trickle, but as a torrent of clear solutions and real opportunities. As a fellow traveler on this path, it fills me with joy to know that you are claiming what is yours by heavenly inheritance. No force can stop what God has chosen to release upon you in this moment of absolute grace. We stand before Jeudiel, the messenger who holds the crown of victory you have earned through your perseverance. It is no longer a time for pleading, but a time to acknowledge what is yours. There comes a moment in life when prayer ceases to be a cry for help and becomes a plea for spiritual justice. As your brother in faith, I tell you that this portal of grace, invisible to many, has become perfectly clear to you. Right, I claim my spiritual victory in the comments to take this step of faith. You felt it from the very first second this message reached you. That vibration in your soul wasn't coincidence. It was a recognition that this is the access you've been seeking. Trust that intuition that brought you here. We now ask that provision pour down upon your life like an unceasing rain, refreshing every area that was once parched by worry. Keep your attention, because the speed of the divine is astonishing. Prepare to see what seemed blocked for years released in a matter of seconds. We're not talking about slow, painful processes, but about direct intervention that makes stagnant projects flourish without any logical explanation. It's the power of grace in action. As someone who shares your aspirations, I envision myself with you as opportunities, growth, and financial solutions emerge naturally and seamlessly. She confidently states in the comments, "My paths are open and clear." Imagine for a moment that feeling of relief when the sales you've been hoping for materialize, when job opportunities open up, and when resources arrive just in time. All of this doesn't happen by chance, but because you've chosen to believe in a realm where abundance is the norm, not the exception. As a fellow traveler on this path, I assure you that your blessing for prosperity has already been granted. Don't withdraw now. We are entering the consolidation phase of this message. Your faith has been the bridge, and your patience the foundation. Now, allow the structure of your new life to rise strong. Abundance is not just a number or an object. It is a freedom to live without the burden of lack, and that freedom is manifesting for you today. Continue to listen with your heart, because what comes next will reaffirm your authority over your own destiny. It is time for what you have so hopefully envisioned to come to life. We ask that contracts be signed, doors be opened wide, and provision be manifested exactly where you need it. Your vision has the power to attract your reality. As your brother in faith, I ask you to let go of fear. The twists of fate will no longer surprise you with anguish, but with unexpected solutions that surpass all human calculation. Write in the comments, "I receive my blessings with gratitude," to anchor this promise. We are asking for an intervention that, even if it happens only once, will have the weight and force of 100 victories combined. There is no need to return to the place of exhausting waiting. Today we ask heaven to act with such force that your mind will never again harbor a single doubt, although outwardly everything may seem the same for a brief moment. On the spiritual plane, everything has been transformed, and the change is irreversible. Stay very alert. We are sealing your new reality. As someone walking beside you, I ask that you not allow your mind to play tricks on you. Do not act or think as if this message has had no effect. From this moment forward, Let each of your thoughts affirm that the work is already done. Your words have power. Use them to sustain your new life. Every decision you make from now on must be aligned with the person who has already received their miracle. She states with faith in the comments, I live in my new reality of abundance. Living as someone who deserves the best is an act of honor toward the Creator. We are not here to settle for the bare minimum, but to walk with our heads held high, knowing that divine justice has tipped the scales in our favor. If this connection acts with the power we know it possesses, it is so that your financial, emotional, and spiritual story may be rewritten once and for all. Don't withdraw, because the clarity that follows is what will keep your doors open. Visualize how your daily actions begin to reflect the security. You no longer walk with uncertainty, but with the certainty of one who knows that Archangel Jeudiel's support is real and constant. As a brother in faith, I rejoice with you because I know that what was once a distant dream is now a seed that has already begun to sprout strongly in your present. There is a moment in life where later becomes a definitive now. As your brother or sister in faith, I tell you, this is that moment. We are not here to postpone our peace, but to choose the certainty that provision has already been decreed. Right? I choose my now in the comments to activate this frequency. We no longer ask from a distance, but rather recognize the abundance that has begun to manifest on the spiritual plane to materialize in your physical world. Stay very attentive. We are elevating the request towards absolute clarity. Jeudiel's celestial guidance that the results not remain merely symbols or subtle signs that lend themselves to doubt. We ask for concrete results, that the provision be real, that the opportunities be visible, and that the benefits in your life be so evident that no one, not even your own mind, can deny them. You deserve to see the glory of your faith in tangible results. We want you to wake up each morning and feel that the person burdened with doubt is behind you, transformed by a power that knows no turning back. She states with conviction in the comments, I see the fruits of my faith today. As someone walking beside you, I sense that you no longer need anyone's approval to know you on the right path. There's no need to ask others if you should continue, because you felt it in your own skin and confirmed it in your soul. The moment of your transformation arrived unannounced, like a powerful whisper, but it won't leave without leaving an indelible mark on your well-being. Trust what you feel in this moment. This connection is like an ancient key that has been waiting to be used. It's not an ordinary tool. It's a unique access point you found because your spirit is finally aligned with the frequency of the solution. Don't hesitate now. Every second you spend in this attunement is reinforcing the irreversible effect of the blessing that is about to knock on your door. Stay with me, because what we are about to discover in the next part is the secret to ensuring that this door never closes again. Remember that divine provision knows no limits of time or space. As a brother on this path, it fills me with hope to know that you are about to witness what was hidden or reserved for you begin to come to light. You are claiming what is already yours, and the celestial universe is responding with precision that will amaze you. Imagine an ancient key, forged with patience and guarded for centuries, appearing only when a soul is truly ready to cross the threshold. That soul is yours. That door, which others desperately try to force open, now opens before you through a conscious decision and your own inner wisdom. As your brother in faith, I tell you that it is not fear that triggers this change, but the recognition of your own spiritual worth. Write in the comments, I open my door to divine success to seal this moment. We invoke the presence of Jeudiel, the Archangel of justice and glory, to descend upon your finances now with the celestial scales. We ask that he balance all that has been unjust, restore what has been withheld from you, and set right what has been yours since the beginning of time. It is time for divine justice to act in your favor. May his powerful hands reorganize your reality, removing the burden of years of fruitless effort. Stay connected here. The energy of the message is restoring your strength. From this moment on, what was once an exhausting struggle will transform into multiplied success. As someone who longs to see you flourish, I assure you that even what you yourself considered impossible is beginning to unfold. Nothing can stop what the heavens have decided to set in motion. There will be no way to hide or deny the well-being that is about to manifest in your daily life. It will be as evident as the sunlight at dawn. He states with complete certainty in the comments, my effort is now bearing abundant fruit. This message needs no human explanations or complicated logic. It is a frequency that is felt and experienced. As a brother on this path, I perceive that your heart is already experiencing that relief that precedes great solutions. Provision will not come with conditions or delays. It will arrive because balance has been restored and because you have maturely decided to claim what is rightfully yours. Don't leave, because in the next part we'll understand how this flow of well-being becomes unstoppable. Prepare to witness the pieces of your financial and personal puzzle fall into place on their own. The time for swimming against the current is over. Now, you are carried by the flow of divine grace, where every step you take is supported by a force that knows no failure. Keep listening, because your transformation is reaching a point of no return. There are truths that don't need to be analyzed with the mind, but experienced with the spirit. This message is one of them. It's not repeated. It's not questioned. It's simply lived. Feel how this frequency is working within you right now. When grace acts, it doesn't ask permission or send warnings. It simply arrives and transforms everything. As your brother or sister in faith, I assure you that the invisible chains that once held back your prosperity are breaking at this very moment. Write in the comments, "I am free to thrive," and let go of any burdens. We ask that this liberation occur without pain and exhausting struggles. May it be through the golden fire of Jeudiel's presence that your path be cleared of obstacles. You deserve to have your name written among those who receive more than they ever imagined. We are not seeking crumbs, but an abundance that will be the seal of your destiny and fulfillment of a heavenly promise that has been waiting for the right moment to manifest. Keep your focus. The flow of release is unstoppable. As someone who walks the same path, I tell you, visualize well-being coming to you not as an accident, but as an act of justice. Everything you felt was stuck in time is now being released. What seemed stagnant and lifeless is now regaining astonishing speed. The engine of your spiritual life has been ignited. There is no longer room for stagnation because the energy of the solution is sweeping away doubt. He states with conviction in the comments, "Today, everything is moving in my favor." It's beautiful to see how, when we stop fighting with our own strength, heaven takes control and straightens what was crooked. The financial provision and peace of mind you've been seeking are now moving toward your reality. As a brother or sister in faith, I rejoice knowing you're accepting this divine acceleration. Don't look back. What's coming is far greater than what you're leaving behind. Don't back down, because what we're about to share is a seal of approval for your future. Feel that vibration of success beginning to course through your thoughts. You no longer speak the language of lack, but the language of a promise fulfilled. We are at a point where faith becomes action and hope becomes a tangible result. Get ready, because what once took years is now just around the corner. Today is the day the movement becomes visible. Processes that were stalled begin to move forward. Agreements are signed, resources reach where they are needed, and the doors of prosperity swing wide open. Feel the stagnation dissolve. As your brother in faith, I tell you that what was once a closed and limited economy is now transforming into a flowing river that knows no obstacles. I'm pausing here briefly because, as you know, maintaining this connection space requires a lot of energy and dedication. If you feel today's message is resonating with you and you'd like to honor the value you've received, you can buy me a symbolic coffee through my Ko-Fi. It's a beautiful way to balance giving and receiving voluntarily, and it allows me to continue sharing these messages with you freely. I've left a direct link in the first pinned comment, and also here below in the video description. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your presence and support. Namaste. Right, I receive my flow now in the comments to activate this movement. Do not receive this message with shadow of doubt, but with the light of absolute certainty. Leave fear behind and allow gratitude to be the only thing that fills your heart. This moment was prepared exclusively for you. You have the deep conviction that these words have come into your life because you have been chosen to experience a higher grace. If this is a unique opportunity that heaven has designed for your transformation, rest assured that it will work with a power you have never before experienced. Maintain your full attention. The power of this decree is sealing your present. We're talking about results that surpass your imagination. This isn't just temporary help. It's an invitation for well-being and provision to become permanent fixtures in your life. There's no turning back. Once you open your spirit to this frequency of true abundance, Lack no longer has a place in your reality. As someone walking beside you, it fills me with peace to know that you are embracing this lasting stability. She states authoritatively in the comments, abundance is my natural state. Visualize how every aspect of your financial and personal life aligns with this divine purpose. You are no longer a spectator of others' prosperity. You are the protagonist of your own spiritual success story. As a fellow believer, I perceive that the heaviness of previous years has vanished, giving way to a lightness that only comes from the security of knowing you are supported by God. Do not withdraw, because we are entering the phase where this blessing becomes unshakable. Your faith has been a magnet that attracted this answer. What was once a struggle for survival is now becoming a dance of gratitude and constant growth. Prepare yourself, because what comes next will reaffirm that this change is not a coincidence, but a fulfillment of a perfect plan for your happiness and the happiness of those you love. Listen carefully to this. There is no way back to where you were before. Returning to emptiness is impossible. That space of lack has already been filled by the light of this truth. Doubt has been dissolved, and your waiting time has come to an absolute end. As your brother in faith, I assure you that this message is not half-hearted. We are not here for a temporary respite or a single day's relief. We are here so that you may settle permanently into a new frequency of life. Right? My wait is over in the comments to let go of the past. In this new state of awareness, well-being is no longer hidden from you, nor does it slip through your fingers under the guidance of divine justice. Today is the day you stop fighting against circumstances. Stop justifying why you don't have what you long for. Today you break the habit of adapting to situations that aren't meant for you and stop telling yourself that you must settle for less. That survival mentality dies today because this unique encounter has released the promises that were hanging over your head. Stay alert. We are silencing the echoes of fear. As someone who longs to see you walk with your head held high, I tell you, the fear that once governed your decisions has had to retreat. The inner voices that whispered, "It can't be done," have been silenced by the power of the celestial connection. Your yes is now stronger than any obstacle. Provision is not something you should chase with anguish. It is something that flows to you because you have finally removed the blocks that prevented its passage. She states authoritatively in the comments, I deserve unlimited abundance. Visualize how this new economy takes root in your home and your projects. It's not just about money. It's the peace of mind that comes from knowing your needs are met and that you have more than enough to be a blessing to others. As a fellow traveler on this path, I see your spirit expanding to receive what once seemed unattainable. You no longer ask permission to prosper. You simply occupy the place that was divinely ordained for you. Don't leave, because in the following pages we will seal this new identity of fulfillment. You are ceasing to be someone who tries and becoming someone who receives. Feel the security that comes from knowing that Archangel Jeudiel has tipped the scales in your favor. What follows is a consolidation of this miracle that began with a simple word, and today becomes your new and glorious reality. Understand this deeply. Abundance in your life is no longer a mere wish or a wishful thought. It is a reality already present in your life. Imagine a mighty river flowing freely. That is how provision now flows toward you. It is a certainty that no one, no circumstance, and no negative voice can take away. As your brother or sister in faith, I assure you that this manifestation follows you, honors you, and recognizes your spiritual worth in every step you take. Right? I am a magnet for well-being. In the comments to seal this frequency, we ask Archangel Jeudiel to seal this new stage of your life with a celestial authority. We will not allow this blessing to be diluted or delayed. Your name now carries special weight. We ask that it be spoken in those places where opportunities are decided, that your projects stand out before those who have the power to advance them, and that your ideas find the necessary support to flourish. You deserve that your work be not only justly rewarded, but miraculously expanded. Keep your attention here. We are activating your recognition in the world. As someone who longs to see you shine, I invite you to declare that resources are coming to you in ways you never imagined, at perfect timing and through extraordinary paths. You no longer have to wear yourself out anxiously searching for prosperity, because now it finds you. You have been called to live life to the fullest. The spiritual connection we have established leaves no room for error. It is a direct call to justice from heaven upon your life. She states with conviction in the comments, "My value is recognized and rewarded." Jeudiel is the one who never forgets any merit, and who brings justice with a brilliance that all can see. He is untying the knots that prevented your efforts from being valued. Feel the weight of going unnoticed disappear. You are entering a dimension where your work and talent are celebrated, and where provision comes as a natural consequence of your alignment with the divine. Don't withdraw, because we are reaching the climax of this restorative message. Visualize doors opening in offices, companies, and businesses. Your presence now inspires confidence and success. As a brother or sister in faith, I rejoice to see you transition from someone who asks for a chance to someone who receives what is rightfully yours through heavenly justice. Spiritual and material wealth are converging to give you the stability you have long sought. We stand before the messenger who unleashes rewards just when the world believes all hope is lost. As your brother in faith, I tell you, this is your sacred and definitive act. It is not a simple request. It is the closing of a cycle of lack. By surrendering your intention in this moment, you are decreeing that the abundance that was once invisible now begins to manifest in your physical environment. Your paths are no longer clouded by doubt, and that feeling of emptiness in your resources is being replaced by fullness. Write in the comments, "My abundance is visible now," to manifest this change. Today is the day you recognize that your mind is no longer limited, and your soul has left confusion behind. You have found that which only comes around once in a lifetime. You have identified it, activated it without fear, and sealed it with unwavering faith. Feel the power of the celestial seal. This message has a unique power that does not diminish with the passing of time. On the contrary, its transformative effect is only just beginning to bear fruit in your reality. Stay fully focused. We're entering the permanent stage. As someone walking beside you, I assure you that this well-being is not a fleeting event. It becomes your new truth forever. We are not here to receive a blessing and then return to the shadows. We are here to dwell in the light of constant provision. Your identity has changed. You are no longer the one who desperately seeks, but the one who receives with the serenity of knowing that heaven's support is absolute and eternal. She confidently states in the comments, "I dwell in the light of my eternal provision." Visualize how your environment shifts to align with this new state of grace. People, situations, and opportunities begin to vibrate at the same frequency of success that you have activated today. As a fellow traveler on this path, I perceive that the burden you carried on your shoulders has completely vanished. What was once an uphill climb is now a level and clear path, illuminated by the justice of Jeudiel. Don't leave, because in the final pages we will finish sealing this pact of well-being for your life. Every word we've shared has been a brick in construction of your new spiritual home, a home where nothing is lacking, where peace is the air you breathe, and where abundance is the foundation of each of your projects. Prepare yourself, because the conclusion of this message will be the definitive seal that guarantees this door you've opened today will never close again. Listen to this with the utmost attention of your heart. The time for justifications is over. You no longer have to convince anyone of your worth. You don't need to explain your desires, nor beg for miracles as if they were something foreign to you. As your brother in faith, I assure you that Archangel Jeudiel already knows every beat of your hope. He knows that your soul is no longer confused and that you have left behind a limited mind to enter the expanse of the divine. Right? I am worthy of all good things in the comments to seal your authority. Today you recognized a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. By fearlessly activating it and sealing it with faith, you have marked a point of no return. Nothing will ever be the same. This connection we have established is not an event that ends when the video stops. Its true impact is only just beginning to unfold in your daily life. It is your new truth, a reality where divine provision and order are the very air you breathe. Stay focused. We are one step away from full manifestation. As someone who desires your highest good, I invite you to feel that profound peace that comes from knowing the hard work has already been done in your spirit. It is so, it will be so, and it already is. There is no room for maybe or perhaps. We are operating under a decree of justice that recognizes your merit and your effort. Abundance is no longer a distant goal. It is a ground you stand on today. She states with conviction in the comments, My new reality is abundance. Visualize how that inner security begins to reflect in your gaze and your voice. You no longer speak from a place of lack, but from a place of abundance. As a brother on this path, I perceive that the promises that were waiting have begun to descend upon you. Jeudiel, the guardian of merit, is ensuring that each of your needs is met with a generosity that only heaven knows how to provide. Don't leave, because on the next and final page we will deliver the final seal and the reflection that will transform your rest into victory. Everything that once seemed like an uphill battle now flows with astonishing ease. You are in tune with the frequency of results. Prepare to close this cycle with the authority of one who knows their prayer has been heard, processed, and answered. The end of this message is, in reality, the great beginning of your life in financial and spiritual freedom. The invisible mechanism of heaven has already been set in motion. Archangel Jeudiel has witnessed your encounter with this truth, and that simple alignment is enough for the pieces of your new life to begin falling into place. As your brother in faith, I tell you, you have done the most difficult thing, which is to believe when everything seems stuck. But this is only the beginning of a constant relationship with prosperity. Write in the comments, "Thank you, Jeudiel, for my victory," to seal this closing. Although this message possesses a unique power that works from the very first moment, lasting abundance requires you to maintain a high frequency. Don't let the noise of the outside world drown out the music of provision that began playing in your soul today. Return to this refuge of faith whenever you feel doubt try and creep back in. Listen to these words until they become your very thoughts, because consistency is the mother of manifestation. If this video has resonated with your soul or brought you clarity today, I invite you to close this circle of gratitude. I've left a link to my Ko-Fi in description and pinned comment. If you feel moved to support my journey and creation of this content, your seed of abundance is welcome and deeply appreciated. Thank you for helping me continue to expand this light. Stay on this frequency. Your life is blossoming right now. As someone who walks beside you, I bid you farewell for today with the joy of knowing that you are no longer the same person who began listening to this message. You leave with your hands full of hope and your spirit strengthened by divine justice. Remember that there is no merit that heaven forgets, nor any effort that goes unrewarded when it is given with love and faith. He affirms one last time, I live in the frequency of infinite abundance. May the peace of Archangel Jeudiel be with you. May his wings protect your projects, and may his scales always bring balance and abundance to your home. You have claimed your inheritance. You have opened the door, and now it is your turn to walk with the confidence of those who have already triumphed. May the light always guide you. Amen.